I see a shadow. Hello, Jane. It's actually not, surprisingly. It is currently 74 degrees. But the humidity has been like 3,000%. Every single day for like a month now. It feels disgusting. It's 97 for the next 7 days. Hi, Jakey. Oh, it's fine. No worries. You can. It's cool. I just did that because you guys know I'd rather not have to increase it, but knowing that there's a change. If you want, you don't have to add the difference. If you send another one, you can go ahead and go at that. What you call it? The new price. Don't no need to add a difference. Hope you're both doing well though. I know it's like I tried to get a business account, but for some reason it wouldn't. Like I was having issues creating it. So once I can, I will. I really don't want one because I don't want to have to, like transfer funds to my actual account that I use. So it's like this whole I don't know, it's putting me in a tough spot because it's never been like something I was concerned with. But lately, especially at night, with the increase in donations and stuff and extra questions, I just like I know eventually I'll have to figure out a solution. I don't want to. I'm like getting emails for things I don't even recognize. Yeah. Like why are they doing that now of all times? It didn't seem to be a problem. If you get more it gets reported to. That's frustrating. Especially because like if I have an account on something and my mom wants to buy something on that, instead of having her make an account, sometimes I'll just buy it for her and then she'll transfer the money over to my PayPal account rather than um, using the bank accounts because it's faster, and then I just use that money for whatever in the future. But that's like, I don't know, that's putting people out. Go ahead and send to the old email because I'm still, that one's going to be the better one. I never checked that email. Oh no, don't worry about adding the difference. You're good on that. Yeah. I know, I just took it down because it's not gonna I don't know when they're pulling it. You know? I don't know when they've decided to be weird about it. I just was like, whatever. That's still gonna go to my main account without frustrations. And they also said I can't use that name for the new account. Hello, Chunkies. And that's the problem I'm having, really, is that I can't use that specific username. They said I have to come up with a new one or a new account name for it. So, let's create issues that never existed for Who knows what reason. But we'll go ahead. Open up chat. Everyone welcomes in. Where is everything at now? What is this? Did they add new things to this? And then you can put whatever name minor is. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll do that. Yeah. Any way to get more money, I guess, for the government or for these businesses. It's just... Apparently now it says on here, tags can be useful if content in your stream is commonly misspelled. Otherwise, tags play a minimal role in helping viewers find your stream. I guess they changed it. So now people can find it. Okay, we're going open to subscribers. I don't know what we want to set it to, but... I want to set it to some funky number. I got it. Okay, let's go. We're setting it to 49 because why not? Okay, so we got three questions in total from Techie. I don't even know what language that one's coming out as. Hello, Faith and Love. Mariana. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome in. Ooh, who are these? Let's see. They fell out. So somebody who is patiently waiting for the arrival or connection of romance over the next 4 months. Let's see their arrival. I'm not sure who. Is this going to be my phone right here? I felt so. I need to swap the stand back and it'll stop wobbling. Oh, look at the bottom of the deck though. We got the Ten of Pentacles. So this is normally indicating somebody who is like a permanent romance. Somebody who is definitely like a long-awaited arrival. Normally, for me, when I see that, like concerning romance, it would normally be somebody who is either like, how do I put it, like working on business, setting things up, making sure that their life is where it needs to be. You're getting things in place, right? Just making sure everything is organized. This is mainly concerned with probably like establishing a good position in work or finishing school, getting a promotion. But it's making sure that everything is in place because you want most things to be where they need to be prior to the arrival of the Ten of Pentacles, because it indicates something that's going to stay in your life for a while. It's sticking around. It's got a long term essence to it, right? So we're seeing permanent, usually, energy within that. So something is either coming through or changing. It's 3 in total for you, for Techie. Um, I'd also say the Knight of Cups can be somebody who's already around you, but it can indicate a slow progression into a relationship. So you might know them. At least they didn't fly out upside down. Because that's not fun. Oh, I might be able to whatchamacallit. Um, well, at last, I might be able to buy that other deck I wanted because I had like 30 refunds I had to process today. Okay, we'll give it a few seconds. I like to wait a little bit before I start answering the questions. Oh, I think Amazon actually took it out of my whatchamacallit now that I'm looking. Amazon took it out of my shopping cart. Okay. Well, that's upsetting. Oh my god, they actually did. It's a It's okay, Jackie. I'm gonna start your readings right now, and I'll get make sure it's a timestamp for you so you can go back. Well, you'll know when it starts, but I'll make sure it's a timestamp. Where is everything? Oh, this is the weirdest thing. Amazon cleared out my cart. Okay, I'll deal with this later because that's not good. Okay, so I'm gonna start attacking. Let's see. We have my phone is in. Okay. How do I do a card attack? Oh my god. Did you cancel it? Like, could you go on your app and cancel it? Oh, that's good. I thought I did that recently, but it had just fallen out of my wallet and was at the bottom of my bag. And I was like, sheesh, I don't know how that happened, but I guess I didn't close my wallet. But, ugh. I'm happy they have that ability now. You know, like you can just go into an app and cancel it immediately because it freaks me out. At least put it on pause, you know, instead of having to call up the customer service and go through that entire process. I put it in the pocket and I think it fell out. Oh. Well, that's good. Especially worse when like it's after hours, you know, and that's even worse because then you call them up and they're like, sorry, you gotta call back during business hours. That happened once when I was buying groceries. I placed the order at like 1 in the morning or something, and their systems went down, and they were saying it was my fault. Yeah, they should at least have something. I know that they observe federal holidays and all, but like when it comes to certain things that's an emergency to me. That's something that people need access to. That's something that should remain open, or at least have something that, you know, can be accessible for people. Put in money, you know, that's another thing. Because, like, if you run out of funds on a Sunday, you gotta wait for the following day to put in money. And that's really something that's just like very, very, very unfortunate for people. If I had a bank, I'd do something to keep it open. At least put on different staff or something, you know. That's when someone name. Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. Like, the bank that I have is only open from 9 to 12 on a Saturday, I think. 9 to 1, something. It's a short day. Yeah. It's just, you know, one of those unfortunates. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm like, at least have that option. That's why I like to keep money on my PayPal, and that's why I'm upset about this whole Switch thing that's going on. Because I like to keep the donations on PayPal in case an emergency happens with my card, and like I can't access it, or systems go down or something. That way I could just use that because I can scan the PayPal app, or I can hook it up, you know, to Walmart or whatever. Um, it gives me more like comfort But having a separate account is like irritating because then I'd have to forward it over to myself. Yeah. It's just, you know. No, I completely, it's not money hungry, it's irritating. Back when I had first gotten my bank account, I want to say like a couple months after I got it, I went to Target, and it was like 10 years or so ago. Um, they had a massive breach at their stores, and they didn't know it at the time. Like, it was before they had discovered it. And I went shopping, and I used my card there, got home, and like as I walked inside, the phone rang. So I couldn't answer it, you know. It was like as I was walking inside, it was at its last ring. And then they called again, and I answered, and it was like pretty freaky because they're like, you know, they knew my full name, they knew my address, they knew my phone number, they knew like all these things. And they're like, did you just go shopping at Target? It was fully like, you know, creepy. Because nothing had happened like that to me before. And I was like, yeah, you know, just like answering their questions. And they're like, okay, your card has been charged like 300 here, 75 here, like 200 here. And yes, I was freaking out. It was like terrifying me. And they're like, because this is not where you normally shop, and because of how the order was processed, we've canceled or denied all the purchases, and your card is canceled. Your new card will be issued, you know, right now. It'll take about a week or so to arrive. And it was then that I realized the company that they had, and the company they still have, is like on it when there's an alert, when there's something off with your card. They immediately call you and make sure, you know, it was you, that it wasn't some random person. So I got the new card like a week later. All was good. And then like a month after that is when Target finds out about the breach. And I get a call like the same day that they announced the breach from that same service, and they're like, hey, you use your card here, we're gonna go ahead and cancel this card and issue you another one. So in like the span of a month, or well, in the span of like 6 months, I ended up with like 3 cards. But at least they you know, were on it. But that that was terrifying. But I've had this one for a while, luckily. They haven't, like, nothing's happened. But I hate putting the card in places. At least I call it, yeah. It's just, yeah, that's what happens. Sheesh, they think they're getting away with it, and then they really don't. Like, a $5,000 purchase is one. I think my mom had one where at the same time we were checking out somewhere, they were buying gas up north, you know? Can you imagine? I know, like, you'd be so stuck, especially in that situation where, like, yeah, I know the bank is basically down the street, and I can just go, you know, and take money out. But in this time now, right, then it would have been easier to use cash. Now, with so many things becoming, um, either scan, tap, you know, swipe, and no cash, there's quite a few places. It's it's becoming harder to just grab money and go. They probably were just like randomly inputting numbers, or someplace got hacked and never told you. But it's one of those days that just like, I get the whole scan and pay, but at the same time, it's worrisome. Oh, they track all money. I know, but I just like, yeah. I hate that it's becoming something that's so like reliant on a system that can just break down. And I understand that in like, if you have a major economic crash, money becomes worthless. And I've seen that, in other countries where their complete government has shut down. They have no value to their money. That it's, they have to go basically back to the times of trading physical goods, right? But um there's just still like, I don't know, security in certain things. Yeah. And I know a lot of people that, like, growing up, did not trust banks. And didn't trust, like, not having that physical money, in their hand. So it's hard to just completely swap over to a system that is not compatible with everyone. It's such a sucky situation to be in. Yeah. Yeah, not all banks are, oh, what are they? Protected, federally protected. So in some situations, like, you lose your money. Um, I forgot what it's called. The bank says it here. Something credit FDIC. Yeah, this one says FDIC, insured, backed by the full faith of the credit of the U.S. government. So you lose your money, or something happens to the bank, your money doesn't go anywhere. It's still, protected to a certain amount. But yeah, imagine that, having to convert to everything. All right, I'm gonna get back to reading. Stole the money from the bank. Oh my god. God, sheesh. Oh. He and other top executives orchestrated a massive accounting fraud that resulted in 1.9 billion euros vanishing from the company books, leading to the firm's spectacular collapse. How, you know what? How do you even do that? Wouldn't you make more money long term than just bailing or emptying it out, like, immediately? That makes no sense. Okay, so we have 30 minutes in for techie. So we have very good cards. We have a lot of um, pentacles coming out today. Lots of pentacles, which are very good cards because we see an established energy. We see people who are actually very slow to sort of like process somebody. They don't immediately like see somebody and get an image of them and like judge them based off of judging a book off of their cover. So it's somebody who's definitely slower to judge. They're the type that really want to get to know somebody before they put out a full opinion on who they are. But they also are people who are very wise. They have a great way of just looking at the world. I feel like this is more of a patient, understanding, very open energy within these cards, since we have the King and Queen of Pentacles. That's feeling like they're that's them, right? So there are people who are very like independent when it comes to beliefs, when it comes to understandings of things, when it comes to their own way of just evaluating the world. They look at you as somebody who has a similar energy to them, and that's where we get the Nine of Pentacles coming through. Somebody who has a lot of promise with that Knight of Pentacles. Somebody who is very in tune with themselves. Somebody who has hopes, dreams, aspirations, that are very in alignment with like what is achievable, but also like a soul purpose there. They see it, they don't see it as something that's just like, you don't go in there just like saying random things that don't have any substance to them. They're not, you're not just saying, you want to be an astronaut tomorrow kind of a vibe to it. So they see that, they really like how you portray yourself. They love your energy. They love how you can adapt. So you can have this brightness to you, but you don't get into like a hyper mode, or you don't get into something that would be sort of distracting or displeasing. They enjoy your company. I like that you're coming out in two very distinct energies that you come out often in, with Justice as well as the Nine of Pentacles. Um, Justice is the card that's come out you for a while, right? That one card that's like, um, who you're meant to be. This energy of like, um, I definitely don't fit in who could be. This energy of like what you want in the future. This fairness, justice, but also like you're very good at evaluating people, right? So all these energies that come together to describe you are very consistent. Um, who was it? There's somebody in the past that I remember for a while there. Somebody that used to pop in here for a while. Their energy came out like this a lot, where they they came out as the Empress like quite often, and it was good because it was like it's coming out like they were on track for greatness. All the things that they were meant to be, um, kept coming out for them over and over. And so it's always nice when somebody comes out as their true selves, and that people are seeing it that way. Not that people are like misinterpreting it, or that you're being seen in a different light than you should be seen. So you're coming through really well. These people have the Chariot energy on their like on the side. I'm not sure exactly where this is coming from, but I do feel like they're very like a very caring, even if they don't necessarily portray it, because we do have those energies of the King and Queen of Pentacles where they can be very open, very caring toward each other. But when it comes to meeting somebody, or when it comes to getting to know somebody, they're heavily reserved. So we have movement forward. I think they'd like to see where you're going, what you're capable of, but they do seem to have taken a good liking to you. They might not be the most like expressive on it, like I said, purely because of that energy, but you do have a lot of you coming through here. The best thing is that it's so consistent with you, that you're portraying it across. I don't know, every time you have like somebody new come in, every time there's a new environment around you, it's usually the same cards that come out, which is really great. Um, so you're moving towards something with these people. I feel like they're gonna stick around for a while, or they might pop in again. You know, they're very reserved. That's what. Yeah, they're good. King and Queen of Pentacles are like is a great card to come out for people, because they are very, to me, like they're not as very like black and white judging as the King and Queen of Swords, but they have very good mindsets on how to evaluate people or things. You know, this seems like a very good um energy for them. So there is, to me at least, what looks like a push toward them. We'll pull out a card and see, because I'm feeling like this is very strong pentacle, and pentacles, like I said with you, they have what you want in the future tied to them. We've had that 10 of Pentacles come out for you so many times, and I'm almost like, okay. So, okay, we have the High Priestess, which is a good card to come out because it says that there's knowledge you have, which is a connection here. And the 10 of Cups. So I'm going to push toward a higher, yes, toward this one, because it looks really good. And I think for what you're hoping for, it does seem like this is a good option. Especially with that, like you in your true form coming through. Give it a little time. I'm not sure, like, I want to say like 2 months to evaluate. It could be 2 weeks, but I want to lean more toward 2 months to evaluate. Because it looks to be, that's like the timeline of clarity for you. Okay, we have a second question. I feel like I should use a different deck, but I don't know which one to grab for some reason. Okay, let's see. Normally we go money with Pentacles. We see more health related to Cups. Wands is more energy, more movement, more excitement. And Swords would be more business, like pure business related. So we'll see what comes out. We have Cups. We have 9 of Cups. We have 8 of Swords. So we're getting a little mixture where we have health, but we feel like there's a disconnect. So, yeah, going back into Swords. So it feels like something where you just feel like you have more comfort in an area of more. This could be communication. God, what is it? Internet related communications. So yeah, it's definitely something that I feel like is more aligned with either law, rules, regulations, setting up what like people need to do, making sure that things are like organized right. Okay, so I feel it here. Okay. Look, Linda. We'll add you to the list in a second. So we have Justice coming out again. This seems like something that you're familiar with. It's something that maybe you don't want to go toward yet, but it does seem like something that would bring you much more of an exciting job, but it also feels like something that you'd actually feel comfortable with, something that you could get used to. It might be something that pops up, and I say this because we have the Eight of Swords as well as the Nine of Wands. It might be something that pops up, and you're like, I don't know how I feel about that. It might be something where you're like, this might be something that's a bit of a learning curve. It might be in an area where you're either unfamiliar or you're just wondering, like, how do you take that on? You know, how would you adjust to it? But it's something that really is meant for you. It's coming through quickly. We have um that movement into a 10 of cups, so it feels like it's coming through rather soon. This could be over the next couple of weeks. We are in Cancer season, and we do have Cancer within the cups energies, which would be the 9 of cups, Queen of Cups, 10 of cups. High Cancer energy normally indicates a flow to you rather than one that is like you're going out in search of it. You're having to, look high and low for whatever this is. It also indicates that it's coming through in a energy or at a speed, right, that is more adjusted to you. Something that's much more, it can be slower if that's what is in alignment with what is meant for you at the time. But I would say, mainly here, right? Be on the lookout for something that maybe you don't feel like is calling to you at first. It might be something, like I said, you're unfamiliar with, or something that you just like. You're like, is this what I'm looking for? Is this what I'm ready for? And then you adapt to it easily. It does seem to have people normally, like I said earlier, cups would be more to do with health. Um, but I know that there are things that like concern a little bit of both, like um, what is it? Insurance and stuff related to health. Uh, but it does come through at right timing, right interest, right energy for you. Um, what else? There's something that's like standing out to you here, and I'll just for it to come out as a 9 of cups into the 10 of cups. It just feels like there's a big change for you right now, and I'm just wondering what it is exactly, because it's like a big step towards something that has been a long time coming. So maybe there's a business or a position that you've been hoping for, and that's what's showing up in the cards. Um, because it just has that, I don't know, it has that feel to it where it just seems very like meant for you. Like it's just a good place for you to be, even though it might seem like you're struggling or you're like frustrated from the past, like the past job, right? This just has a very good movement for you because you're ending something. You're you're ending whatever has caused frustration, irritation, like wondering where the next thing is coming through, and you're moving into that zone of a 10 of cups. So look for it. I feel like it's coming through fast. I know it's sort of a vague reading, but I just feel like there's something that is definitely there for you. It's something that I would lean more toward, like health. Um, I don't know if you have to interact with a lot of people though, because it's not coming through as a lot of people around you. But it does feel like something that's coming toward you. It could be like, oops, 4 to 8 weeks. I don't really want to say 8 because it doesn't feel like that far out. But there's something that's standing out there. Mainly because you're going from the 8 of Swords to the, like, or in addition, I should say. You're going from the 8 of Swords to the 9 of Wands, which is a big energy boost of, like, being stuck to saying, like, you're not stuck anymore. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we have, oh, we have Death coming out again. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Okay, 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. We have Knight of Wands. We do have like more of a strong energy coming through here. The Star. We have heavy movement toward you. With the energy of that 10 of Pentacles. So it feels like somebody's drawn to you. It does seem like it's lining up with October because the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, we do have a couple. Okay, we have a King and Queen of Wands coming through here. That's always fun when we get a couple. So for me, with this couple, it does feel like an immense attraction. This person seems very attracted to you. Very strong energy. We have somebody who is very confident. Okay. Very confident person, a very established person. We have that 10 of Pentacles. It's a good person to come through. Definite change of vibe from like past people to this, because I'm not feeling that like Death card is a bad thing. I'm feeling it as like we're done with the energy of the past and we're embracing this like fresher energy. This is a good boost for you because I feel like this person definitely like they pursue you, they come toward you, right? So you're not doubting anything. You're not like is this the one? Are they interested in me? It feels definitely like this person is really embodying the positives of the King of Wands. I will say with this though, if you question it at first, I'm not saying like full on like make a move or any of that. I'm saying more so in this, because of that energy, we have the offering, right, of the 6 of oops, sorry. 6 of Pentacles. We have that offering. Sometimes when the offering comes through, it's more so a sign to return what they're giving out. So to give back that same energy, or to confirm with them that they're not, you know, delusional and pursuing you. So it might be something where you have to either like flirt back the same way that they're flirting with you. We do have that Queen of Wands, so that energy matches the King of Wands, right? There's that high energy, that immense attraction, that like you're brought together, you see sparks, you know, right? It has a good vibe to it. Normally I'm not a fan of just like that coming out, because we could see somebody who maybe like wouldn't be long term, or maybe might not have the best like like they might just want like a summer flame kind of relationship. But since we do have the 10 of Pentacles coming out, that is indicating something that's much more long lasting, that has a good longevity to it. And I do think that this person, like, even though they have that like push, that like they want you to know that they're interested, and they want that in return, like they want to know you're interested, it's still something where it has that underlying energy of the 10 of Pentacles, where it would say that they want something that is true, right? They don't just want a physical attraction. They want something that's long lasting. They want to have somebody around them that they can, spend time with, that they can relax with, that they can have fun with, that they can really like live with, right? So there's a lot going on with that. It's a family person too when that card comes out. It's somebody who's very connected with the people around them, a good friend group. They're a very giving person, a very like I want to say like free, because they have that star coming out. It's somebody who's healed, somebody who's very understanding of like their own negatives, their own shortcomings. So you're getting a well balanced King of Wands. I'd love a cup card to come out. I'm gonna shuffle a bit, see if I could get one more like defining factor of who this person is, and we'll see. They'll come for you. They have a brightness about them. I don't know if it's like their skin tone. That seems to have like either like a golden or glow to it. They aren't necessarily much of a talker, but when they do talk, they have a very like grand way of speaking. There's something like very enticing, something that draws you in when they speak. They have a very good position wherever they work. They want to travel, they want to get out and do things, and it might be because like earlier in life they didn't really have a lot of freedom, or they didn't have the opportunity to really do much. So now whenever it is you meet them, right, that's when they get to finally like get out and live their life. Oh, we have King. Why am I saying the opposite? Queen of Pentacles. Anybody else? What is this card? High Priestess. But either way, we have good cards. Virgo would overlap into September, so late September. But it still sort of gets close to that time frame. I will say, to have some softer cards come out, like the Queen of Pentacles as well as the High Priestess, it definitely reassures me that this person is not coming through with their strong or annoying King of Wand energy, King of Wand personality, right? So definitely coming through a lot better than normal. But I send you good vibes. It does feel like a yes with this, and at least it's lining up with that timeline, right? So you're seeing it right timeline. I send you the good vibes though, the well wishes. Our relationship in July. Let's see. I'm trying not to shuffle and see because I don't want to rock it, but know that I am shuffling. Hopefully you guys can hear the crazy shuffling. Alrighty. We have the Chariot. Oh, perfect. The Chariot is July and Cancer season. So we are in Cancer season and we're moving into July, and your question pertains to July. We're gonna go see that part. It sounds like it, doesn't it? Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles and we have the Six of Cups, which is good movement for you when it concerns C, because we have something that's sort of like a long time coming, but it's worthwhile because we have movement into the Six of Cups. We have the Ten of Cups. I love the Six of Cups because that is my soulmate, my life partner, my long-term card, the one that's like there for you when it's meant to be, not there because they have to be or because like there's, you know, some other energy going on. It is coming through as, like I said, it's a slower movement because we have that Knight of Pentacles, but we do have good energy within July for you. We have the Seven of Cups as well as the Empress. So lots of good movement, lots of good what is it? Awareness when it comes to these cards. Not a lot of communication. We don't really have any communication cards. But we do have expressive language. Expressive action when it comes to the Six of Cups and the Ten of Cups, as well as sort of like in a way the Seven of Cups, because I feel like this person wants to offer you more. They're just trying to get to a stage where they can do it not necessarily with ease, but where they feel like they can, right? I guess with courage. Oh, he's my favorite person, even if it's been a slow process. Well, it feels like it to me. The cards that come out have that true connection. I've never gotten anything that says like, you know, call it quits or it's not worth that worth that long term, you know, drawn out whatever. But hold on, let me get my phone. It's not due to the how to put this, like the negativity is not like a bad negativity. It's more so of like somebody who's learning, adjusting, and actually showing as right, you know, showing up as somebody who has a thorough idea, understanding of what they're supposed to be, of who they're supposed to be, right? So it might be something that looks like forever, but it's definitely worth the wait. With the Empress coming through next to the Seven of Cups, we do have an what would add up to a 10 with those two. Since they are a 10, we see that it looks like it's coming through as an offering, as a connection, as something that's like he sees you as the Empress and he's trying to figure out what to offer you. Now, with the Six of Cups, it's sort of the same vibe of like he's offering the girl something. Now he knows what he's offering her in that one, and that's why it comes out as that forever card, that soulmate vibe, right? Because he's offering her forever. He's offering her a connection. He's offering her love. So I feel like that's sort of the prep right now. 2 cards of 7, figuring out what to offer you with the Chariot as well as the Seven of Cups. Feels good though. It looks like he has been actually healing, processing, you know, and that he's on the right path. Might be, you know, slow, but I feel like it is picking up. maybe by the end of the July or end of July when it reaches Leo season, you might see a little energy boost. But I see good energy. You're getting that one of my favorite cards, right? So you have great vibe going along with that one. I send you the goods. Hello, let's get your question. Right, perfect timing too, like back to back. Hello, Picky Kitten. Welcome in. That was like perfect timing. Let's see. Ooh, we got some flippy floppy cartons up in here. Welcome everybody. Hope you're all doing well. I need that. Okay, so for you all, we have the Star, which is good. We have healing coming out. We have, who are you? The 5 of Pentacles to the 8 of Pentacles. That's very good because we see a transition with, sort of being in a negative place with finances into one where you're getting more money, you're organizing things, you're working. It seems like it's paying off. We have the Queen of Pentacles that's reached stability. So it looks like a really good time for you to set out, sort of see what's out there for you. The Star as well as the Queen of Pentacles feel like it's not necessarily like oh, you should focus on yourself. It's definitely a time where you need to. You have the 4 of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Fool. All this, it's like a definite must. This is time for you to actually, take charge, move forward, do the things you need to do, because it's sort of like now or never. Everything is opening up, especially over the next 2 months. Feels like July, possibly into September, because we have the Queen of Pentacles, and that would also be later in Virgo season. But we have July, we have August, and then, part of September. But I feel like now is like the right time to start doing things. July seems to really be standing out as like prime time for you. It could be that like by late August you have all this comfort because all these changes have been made. So keep a lookout for these opportunities. I don't think it's going to be something that you feel like is very like physically demanding. I think it's something that would fit in right with you when it comes to a job. I think more so the like message here would be just do it without being worried about your family, or like being there for them 24/7, right? Because it's time for you to build up your future. And the 8 of Pentacles is such a great card for work, because he's not frustrated. He's not somebody who's like, running all over the place trying to get things done. He's very organized. He's got his nice little area, which feels like for you the right job, right? Something that can be very like either, a place where you just sit there and sort of organize things, or maybe I don't know, deal with customers, or keep things under I don't really want to say control, but like keep things organized, right? Yeah. So it's going to be pretty much in alignment with your capabilities. I feel like it's, like I said, like a good time for you to go out in search of this. Something that will definitely bring you a nice sense of self, something that will add to your growth, not be something where you feel like you're, forgotten or ignored. It just has a very good energy to it. You just have to do it, because, right, that Four of Pentacles, that Four of Cups is a card that says it's coming through for you. The only thing that you can really do in that situation is ignore it. And like when you ignore it, the only one that you can really blame is yourself on that one, right? So it's a great opportunity for you. It's a great time for you. And it seems to be falling into the what is it, July. Just focus on you. Focus on this job that's coming through. Focus on getting your future together. Because like we said, in the past, if there isn't somebody to fall back on, like you're doing all these things for other people, but if you don't have anybody to do anything for you, what's going to happen when they're all gone, right? Yeah. I don't know what eating chips and dips, so let's see, it's like chicken cheese dollars. Or I gotta like wear a bib sometimes, I swear. But messy food is good. And I send you all good energy, so this comes through for me. Very nice, very soon, very smooth. So yeah, what good awaits me in July? Let's see. We have the Six of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. So you're getting some news. This would honestly seems to me like you're getting some news of some money that you've been having to fight for or argue over for quite a while. And it feels like you're finally getting it. Like you're not having to worry about it feels like you don't have to go, to new ends, to great lengths in order to get these funds. There's some money that's owed to you, possibly been for a while. I'm not sure how long, but we're getting some like it's been a long time coming, and you've just been waiting patiently, and whatever this is has just not come through. So if it is your ex, then like definitely something that's been held out for a while, but that seems to be coming through. I want to say we have 6, 7, 8, 9 is off to the side, and then we have 10. So we do have sort of like a progression that's coming through, which means good news over the next couple of months when it comes to this money. So it could be like either being finally paid what you've been owed, or like continuous payments of a certain amount for the next coming months, so that you don't have to worry about that aspect. At least what I want to say until October, maybe November, with this timeline, like some good consistent money coming through. I hate that this energy of this person is like they just seem to not be doing things quick enough. It's almost like they want to have a conversation every time they give you something, but it's like just give the money and leave. But lots of pentacles, lots of good money coming through. You have very good pentacles, and not struggle in the future. That's the best part. It's like the struggle is in the past. You're not having to deal with this energy, this communication, this constant like circle of do what you're supposed to do. I just had an area I was wondering how it went. How did the energy feel about it? Let's see. All the good vibes to you, Mariana. Okay, we have... Ooh, the Emperor. Okay, so we have somebody of status. We have Justice. I like so far, it's good. Ooh, Ace of Cups. Four of Pentacles. King of Cups. Okay, nothing to worry about here. We have very good energy. Ten of Cups. A very good assortment of cards. We have the two sort of like judges in the tarot deck that are like single human characters or physical beings, with the Emperor and Justice coming through side by side. It's a good sign that we have clear judgment from this person. Great energy with the Ace of Cups, because there's a nice like peaceful, happy, caring vibe to that card, where we're not just seeing somebody who's a jerk or somebody who's like solely out for themselves. So good card to come out following the judgy cards. No reason to be super like worried or anything, because it does have a really nice vibe to it. This person, somebody seemed to have really liked you, because they're coming out as the King of Cups. Not feeling like, of course, not feeling romantic, but I'm just feeling like in this sense, somebody who has a very good personality. It's somebody who is approachable, somebody who is like very open to people, somebody who like they might come off initially with that energy of the Emperor, but underneath it we see somebody who actually has like a very big heart, very caring person. I think they really like you if they're coming out in those energies, um, and definitely are more of like an offering to you, an openness to you, something that says like this is what they're hoping for, right? This is what they're wanting to connect with. Maybe like wanting to offer you a position, right? So I feel like it came out very good. Um, they're very pleased with the interview. They like, really honestly, if they were to say anything, it would be a lot of positive. I think the only negative would be maybe um slightly, and I only say this because of that Four of Pentacles. You can diminish your self-worth sometimes when you're talking to people. You don't, sometimes your confidence sort of wavers, and maybe like you are much more capable than you give credit for, and that's where like people might notice that it's like, wait a minute, you can do this, you're just minimizing it. And it's not to say like be like super cocky about it and be like you're the greatest ever, but sometimes it is like, don't discredit yourself just because that's what you feel like you should do, or that's your initial reaction. Just go in there and say like you're confident in yourself. That's the only negative that I would see there, solely because of that Four of Pentacles. All the rest are fantastic. It's like the Emperor is somebody who's high up or of power. Same with Justice. That's a judgment card. Somebody who can say like yes or no to you. You have Ace of Cups, which would be like all positive outcomes across the top. Even King of Cups, Ten of Cups. The only thing that would be negative would be that Four of Pentacles, and that's somebody who's reserved, somebody who's worried, somebody who sometimes questions themselves for no apparent reason. It can also be somebody who just like is an over warrior, right? Somebody who doesn't need to worry about anything, but still chooses to worry. So I feel like they liked you. It came out very well. There's a very positive energy to it. But I send you good vibes. I shall shuffle up my cards. Wait. Oh, we're dropping stuff. Okay, it's been a while since I break it. What can I expect? Just will realize about the breakdown because I want to know what changed. Oh, okay. Let's see. We are shuffling. Okay, we have the Two of Cups, the Chariot. We have the King of Wands. Four of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, the King of Swords, the King of Pentacles. Okay, so that's interesting. We're only missing the King of Cups here. But we do have the Two of Cups as well as the Chariot. And the Chariot's a water sign. It's Cancer. So in a way, we actually do have like a higher level King of Cups energy, but not in the like loving, romantic, emotional attachment way that we would normally have the King of Cups. So first I would say is, since we're lacking the King of Cups, right? That seems to be a big sign of what this person is realizing. Lacking the King of Cups, but having the other three mean that we're lacking emotional responses that are understood from both sides, right? Especially with the Two of Cups coming out, we're seeing somebody who might have more like their own like self-preservation first, right? So rather than thinking about how you feel, they're more concerned about how they feel. They also are not the type to be super caring, or it takes a lot for them to care, and because of that, it makes you feel like you don't have somebody who actually cares around you. And that, to me, if they're lacking it, then it's something that they know they need to work on. But in a way, it's good they're coming out as, or it's coming through with the Two of Cups, because it feels like they're trying to meet you on the same level, right? They're trying to reach out to you, or they will try to reach out to you with that equality of emotion. They're present and move forward with that. They're very reserved with their own judgment. If we were to look at the King of Pentacles and it's negative, we would see somebody who it's an odd one. It's not that they see themselves as perfect. They see themselves as having no reason to change. Okay? That's the King of Pentacles in the negative. They don't necessarily think they are perfect. They can be heavily flawed and know that they're flawed. Okay, but they don't see it as reason enough to change, right? They're like, yeah, that's an issue, but I'm good with it. So if we have a negative of that, we can see somebody who's very, very, like, hesitant toward changing. They don't like to, but at least they're reflecting upon it. So even though they might not be the quickest to change, they are working on it. I can also say, because the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles are on the side, we have slow and fast. We have like the slowest card, the quickest card. We see somebody that's somewhere in the middle. So they're not slow to decide or slow to act, and they're not like too fast to act. So they're definitely taking their time and judging themselves. I feel like there's a pull toward you with the King of Wands because they see now that there is much more of a connection there, but they're more like how to act, how to reach out, how to pursue this so that they could have that um return, right? Because I think that's where they're having an issue. They're they're seeing their flaws, they're working on them. I think the most important right now would be the emotional aspect. And that seems to be what they're realizing. They were not there at all when it comes to being truly connected emotionally, like having those feelings being expressed properly and receiving your feelings properly, right? Like actually understanding what you're going through and what you were trying to communicate to them at the time. Like when you were upset, if they misunderstood or if they just weren't willing to listen, we see a change there. Now, it is coming through the Chariot in the middle with July. We would be moving into Leo, which would be King of Wands next month. This could be the timeline that you're looking at as like this progress being made. So you might be seeing July-ish as a timeline that, or not July, yeah, July, late July, as this movement. You might be hearing about this person making changes, maybe talking about you, but it might be like September or so that it takes for this person to reach out or communicate, because that's where we have an overlap of Virgo and Libra, and those two cards coming out together. But we're seeing stable energy. Hopefully what we'll get in the future, right, is that King of Cups to say that they've actually mastered the emotional aspect. But I send you good vibes. I send you all the good vibes. I send this person the healing vibes. No exam related questions. Did I not pin it or something? Could have sworn I pinned it. No, it's pinned. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's see. We have Ace of Cups. That's a good sign. The World. We also have a good sign with the World. The Magician. Right now, you really need to get things sort of sorted out. You focus on exactly what it is you want in the future, and then like make a target toward that. You know, just solely keep that in mind, because I feel like that is something that's very big to you, but there's like a specific position that you're after, and that is what I mean. Like, focus on that. Keep that like as your main like where you're going, right? Goal. That's the word I'm looking for. You definitely will have success. I feel like by January of next year, it looks like you'll do really well. It might be January, February that this seems to really be a big change for you. That seems to be when you get this like 2 job opportunities coming through, possibly, that you choose from, and then finding one that matches. And we do have 1, 2, 3 across there with the cards of like a fresh start, because the World would be that last card. Then we have January, February, March, and that's all good energy for you. So the end of the year into the beginning of next year, very good vibes, very good movement. Chasing after your dreams and actually seeing it, working out, being successful for you. Getting the responses you want. Definitely the full like outcome that you desire here. Just keep that on track. Don't get, don't get too sidetracked with like problems or whatever might be going on in your life. Don't allow those things to really like distract you or get you down. Just keep your eye on what you're hoping for, and it'll come through soon. And I send you all the good vibes. Chunkies, if you are here and you have a question, you may post. If you are not here or you do not have a question, no need to post. Yeah, go ahead and move to the end. Why am I getting notifications? Let me read this fast. Okay, there you go. No, I don't know what it was. If you're here and you know, clip your hands. Nobody here. Or nobody knows it. Inability to clap hands. Okay, what action can I expect? Oh, no, that's not good. That is not good. You know the only thing that, like, I like jalapenos and all, but you know when you get those ones that are like weird flavored? I don't know. Like that bitter heat. That's the word. Hello, Hewer. Welcome in. Welcome in. That's the one I hate. Okay, so for Marker Crystal, we have Knight of Swords. We have movement. We have action. I don't like the way I just shuffled this at all. Page of Wands. Yeah, I'm not digging away. This pickled one was hotter than a habanero. I don't. Ooh. I stopped buying Anaheim's because, well, I was making chillerano's with them, but I love the flavor. But for some reason, when I would buy them, they have like when you bite into them, they taste like flowers, like not like flour, the ground wheat, right? Like flowers, botanical. and have this really weird heat to them. And they get that every so often when they're not like fully ripened. Yeah. When they're not fully ripened, they get like a weird like plant taste to them, and they like sting almost like, I don't know, like my body was like, it's poison, don't eat it. And I could smell it. Like the moment I cut into it, I could smell that weirdness of it. Is dirty. Hold on. I'm sorry. This looks like it's just not focusing. And I'm not a fan of it not focusing. I think that focused now. Okay. So when it comes to D and July, we have a lot of like movement that's reflective but also progressive. It's like thinking about things from the past, moving forward from that. And when the Ten of Swords comes out and it's in a first position, right, where there's no card before it, we see that it's completed. So the Ten of Swords is like in completion, and we have it moving forward here. So there's a change of position. There's no longer like moving to the past, especially like with the Knight of Swords, right? That's a movement toward the card that's next to it. If it doesn't have the card that's next to it, then what we're missing is like the past, right? We don't want movement toward the past. We want movement toward the future. So we have sort of like these two cards saying completion of the past, and we have movement towards something that's a lot more progressive, positive for you in the future. So lots of plans, lots of thought out plans, not just like, I want to do this, let's try it. This is like actually thinking things out, because you have one of the best like educated cards in the deck with the Page of Swords, and then you have the Page of Wands, both fresh starts, movement forward, in a way that's like very dedicated. You have that side energy of the Knight of Pentacles. It's a very thorough, long-lasting movement. So I feel like we're progressing really well with this person, especially getting rid of this, right? Getting rid of that allows for this fresh take. New cycles, new beginning. You have another page here, another fresh start. It's a great page to have because it's the beginning of long term with that pentacle, and then the Two of Cups. So I feel like this is a good time for this person to talk to you, to be very expressive with how they feel, what's going on with them. Honestly, both sides. I want to say that, like, even though it's a, what is that, retrograde, I feel like you both would actually have a lot of success with communication right now, with the two of you. It has a very good, like, promising communication aspect to this. You're on good terms. There's an awareness here. I think this person very, very, very much cares about you. And now it's more of approaching you in the way that you deserve to be approached, in the way that they've needed to approach you in the past. And a way of understanding you and understanding what you want, so that you both can be on the same page when it comes to the future. So I feel like a lot of openness, a lot of direct communication, a lot of clarity when it comes to things, very caring, like, expressive energy, so very, very good. They're very good for you. And it's great that we have two ends of a cycle, right? So like this energy is being canceled out, and the world is saying that energy is also being canceled out. You would have movement into Leo in July, which is on the World card. with those fixed signs. So it's a good timeline confirmation for you as well. And we like fixed energy when it comes to good things because it says it's going to stick around for a while. So, all the good vibes to you, all positives, all well wishes. Okay, energy around my coming career opportunity, like how in what time. Okay, let's see. Okay, we have took lots of inner healing to get it. Yeah. I could see it though, like in those cards. And it's good that it's actual healing, you know, not just like masquerading healing. Because I know a lot of people, like, especially last year, for some reason, when they would come into the chat here, they'd be like, I'm healed, they're healed, let's move forward. And it's like, no. No, when you're healing, you know that there's always healing in the future. You're never completely healed, but you can progress in a healed mindset. But yeah, not the best success when it came to relationships with those people last year. Okay, you have Ten of Cups, Queen of Cups, Page of Wands. This is normally like people-y vibes, more people around you or more interaction with people. This is something that's different from the past. It might also be at a distance. Something that's just a little more like out of the way than what you're hoping for. But it seems good for you because you do have that Ten of Cups. So it's something that definitely has like more than well worth it in the end. It appears to be coming toward you pretty soon. You have the Star and the Queen of Swords over here. Something that is fresher energy because the two page cards that are coming out as well. So there's a newness to both of those cards. I say when it's concerning these cards, right? When it comes to a lot of like cup cards, or a lot of swords cards, we see certain aspects of like what you're encountering, who you're encountering, how quick, how slow. But to me, since you do have a searching card, like going out in search of something, you will have to look for it. But it will be something that comes to you with ease because the Queen of Swords says like it's being offered to you at the same time. So just be on the lookout for it. Like I said, it might be something that's a little bit out of the way for you, but it's definitely coming through quickly because you do have quicker movement within these cards, and it does like check all the boxes for you, so it'll match up well with what you're hoping for. I was about to look up something and I forgot what it was. I don't think they're here. I'm trying to okay to use anything. Just so silly. Okay, let's see. We have We have the Hermit. We have the King of Wands. Three of Wands. Page of Swords. Not feeling anything bad. I would say yes here. Use sparingly. Whatever it is you got, just don't be too reliant upon this person, because there's an aspect that's for some reason coming through that this person doesn't know exactly what they're doing or exactly what they're talking about. I'm not like saying that like everything about them is bad or anything. It just feels to me like there might be things that like you're putting a lot of hope on, a lot of energy toward, when you shouldn't, because it just doesn't seem like it's in all that great of alignment with you. So maybe we hesitate with things. Normally I don't get those signs from things. I'd say move forward with this with a little, like, being a little on guard. And then maybe go to somebody else after this if you can, because there's a change with the Three of Wands as well as the Eight of Cups. There's leaving things in the past and going out in search of something new, because it doesn't seem to be connecting with you completely. So use with caution, but just maybe look out for other options, opportunities. Okay, for a natty nat, we have a general. We have let's see. We have the Seven of Swords. Don't really care for that. We have Queen of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune coming out together. Oh, okay. So we have big change. We have the King of Pentacles. Two of Wands. We have the Knight of Cups. Okay, it feels like there's somebody from the past that might be trying to get in contact with you, and it might be due to the whole Mercury retrograde that we're in. I want to say ignore that person. Do not talk to them. Don't, you can say hi. Especially if this is like a past relationship. Like, just whatever it is, it's not something that like is showing up as very good. Mainly because that Seven of Swords. I never cared for the Seven of Swords. Now, if you're looking for a relationship, it feels to me like over the next month or so, it feels like somebody's coming through here. You have the Queen and King of Pentacles, my favorite couple. You also have the Knight of Cups, which is somebody that's been like on their way to for a while, and now the alignment is coming through. You have two great cards. I hate it too. It's like you can't see it. You can't. I know it says like honestly, there's supposed to be a positive sign to the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords positive sign would be somebody who would rather speak than argue, or physically fight, right, or do something that would cause an upward commotion. But it's very hard to see it that way when he's sneaking away, right? So that's why when it comes out, it's normally my sign of a negative card. Like, yeah, that's my problem with it. It's like that's how I view it. It has that vibe to it. It's just like, oh, you don't like the person that's there because they're swarmy. But good thing is you have two cycle cards of the Wheel of Fortune and the World. You have good news coming in the future, as well as a new stage for you with the World. Lots of things are moving in your favor. This is good energy, good family, good friends, things that are really moving like into a very good place for you. Lots of positivity, lots of success for you. And this goes through the end of the year. You have 2 cards of 10 and then the completion of the world. That would be my sign that you get it all the way to like December. Might even overlap into January. But it looks very good. Be on the lookout for a lot of things though, because this is saying that there's many changes. I'd say late July. Well, mid-July seems like this possible return for this person. Late July seems like this begins. Then we move into August. That's the turning point where all the positive starts coming through. And it's a build up through to the end of the year. Lots of good news. But whoever this is, just ignore. If especially like June said, were you hiding? Are you hiding something? You know, that's all that you look at. You're like, what do you know that I don't know? Why are you acting like I don't know something? What are you keeping a secret? Why are you keeping secrets? If that's coming through during a retrograde, you definitely don't want that energy. Because you got good energy, right? Like these 3 cards here. King, Queen, and Knight of Cups. Beautiful set of cards. Right? Beautiful set. But this guy, don't like. Okay. Well, I get good news regarding next month. Let's see. All the good, all the good, all the positives. Okay, we have Knight of Swords. So we got a quick change coming through. We got Judgment. The Chariot. The Page of Cups. Hey, man. Okay, so it does seem like some things are changing for you next month when it comes to your health in a good way, because we're moving forward. We have the Hanged Man, which is a reversal of current energies. Very good for you because it's not something that's staying in the past, right? We're not seeing that frustration. We have the Ace of Pentacles as well as the 3 of Cups. Reason to celebrate, good news, and I think a fix or a solution, something that comes along that will benefit you, that has long-lasting effects with that Ace of Pentacles. It's definitely a card to stick around. A card that gives you many opportunities like in the future for you. It has such promise, right? It has so many good things about it that you just like it's news for the future, and then for the months to come. Since it's coming through under the energy of Judgment, it might be somebody new. It might be somebody that you haven't talked to before, haven't reached out to before. So this might be somebody that just comes in with either like a second opinion or gets introduced to you. Maybe like your doctor or somebody is like, oh, I know this person, and maybe they'll be able to help. And that's where this comes through as like a good sign for you. But it does feel like you're making progress. Things are turning around. This is going to be under control very soon. I see a lot of like 10s when I look around right now, which shows up as completion, and a lot of 7s and 3s today. Even within these cards right here, right? 7, 3. I see 7 and 3 on the screen twice. So 7, 3 add up to 10, and then 7, 7, 7 would be good luck. 3, 3, 3 is cycles, changing cycles, things improving, things reaching a new stage, things cycling out, so you don't have to move forward with them, in an irritating way. So lots of good news for you. Nothing's just, being there to annoy you. But all the good vibes, all the healing vibes to you, all the good news. What are the things that put I want to be in a relationship incompatible? Let's see. We have the Magician. Oh, wow, that's interesting. We have the Empress and the King of Wands. We have the Eight of Wands. Two of Swords. Strength. This is interesting because I don't feel like necessarily it's, how do I put this, like it's not showing up as a compatibility problem that's really there. It's more like this person perceived a compatibility issue and then ran with it, because we have the Magician. The Magician can be a good card normally, but in this, it's feeling like this person maybe doesn't quite understand who they are, or know who they are, know what they want yet. And we see them sort of trapped, and that's why the Two of Swords coming out. It's like sort of in between places. But if you look at it, the Empress sort of looks like the girl in the Strength card. The King of Wands would be Leo, and we have the Lion in the Strength card, which would also be a card representing Leo. So if they work hard enough, they can sort of get past the differences and find compatibility that like knows no bounds, right? It really brings them together as harmony. But if you see the Empress and the King of Wands, there's a disconnect between the two of them, not on the Empress's side, because there isn't anything really wrong with the Empress. The King of Wands has the issue where there's an ego problem, there's a hesitation to understand, to open up. Sometimes they see themselves as being in a stage where they can't adapt to people at the moment. They need people to adapt to them. And with the Eight of Wands, it does feel like that King of Wands is in more of a negative position. I think we see that there is compatibility because we have some good conversations, communication with the Ace of Swords, and the good spouse that the Ace of Pentacles, or the King of Pentacles is. But he feels that you need to adapt to him, but it's almost like he doesn't have time for that either. You know, it's a very like rush energy. I think there's a lot of compatibility there. I'm not sure what exactly it is that he finds necessary to like fix or change or address or anything, but it might just be a temporary thing, because if this person is going to realize that, you know, not everything is perfect and they can't expect perfection, then we see a change coming through and there's like improvements and stuff. I just say for right now, feels like there's a lot going on for this person, and that might be why we're seeing this energy going on. If they just don't have the patience, right, to pursue something that, you know, to them is taking up energy. Sometimes that King of Wands is just somebody who's a little more, yeah, in his mind he no, I think there is, but I feel like what is incompatible, you know, is more like it's standing out, and it seems like that's something that like they can't ignore, even though the incompatibility is nothing, because I don't see anything really bad. I think you might just be on the calmer side, or you might be somebody who's a little more in touch with your emotions, somebody who isn't like very like attention seeking, and that might be the issue, because I don't see any, like, nothing here is showing up as a problem on your side, you know, and I think that's it. If you're in touch with your emotions and this person's just like, I'm not ready to be in a feeling place, they don't want to be in touch with their own emotions, then that's an issue. If that is, I mean, the strength card is like Beauty and the Beast, right? It's that one of like, what does she do? What does Belle do in Beauty and the Beast? She approaches this person who is scary, who doesn't like feeling, and teaches them how to feel. Right? And he's very hesitant in the beginning. All he sees are flaws. All he sees is like incompatibilities. And he has to learn that, in order to be happy, you have to open up. So if you're Belle in this situation, if you're the beauty, then this person just needs to open up. So, like I said, it might not be forever. It might be something that just like, no, not at all. That's the thing. Is like you're not flawed coming through. It's just I don't feel like he wants to adapt to you. Like I think he wants you to adapt to him. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's busy. If he doesn't, it's fine. If he comes in and posts anything, then I'll be like, you post your question immediately. But it's cool. But don't let it get to you. If that's the energy right now, that's the energy. Just focus on the negative, that aspect. And then maybe if he changes in the future, then you can be like, oh, look at it, There's good. So don't be too like, what's wrong with me? Because I don't think it's you at all. If you're coming through as the Empress, you're coming through as a very higher positioned person. Yeah. And that's a good thing to remember too, as a lot of people, like, they come out as, the Empress, the Emperor, and the other person comes out as a king, a knight, a page. You have to realize that if they're not on the same level, then it's not your flaw, right? Don't stoop to their status. Don't lower yourself to be yes, that's it. Don't lower yourself to line up with them, right? Yeah, we'll just give it a second. We're all good. Because only one that will be left will be Sealy. So we all go. We can wait. You could be perfection. And yeah, that's true. Yeah, you could be everything that they could want and more than, or what anybody could want, and then they'll be like, no, I don't want that. And then it's their loss. You know. Which honestly, I've seen quite a few people, like, they choose the wrong thing. Yeah. Oh, you were technically last. It's that other people left. So all good. No worries. We wait. We wait long. And we get a talk in between. That's also why I'm very picky about tarot cards. Because if they don't represent, like, one of my most picky cards, or one of the cards I'm most picky with, which is the King of Wands, right? If they don't represent that properly, I won't buy it, or I'll return it. That's That's like one of the first cards I look at. Yeah, go ahead and post. That's one card that I'm like, I'll rush to look at. If I don't feel like you have given that king an accurate representation, that's not, it's not something I'm keeping. And sadly, recently I've had so many decks that just really don't represent that king law. Well, my next partner have options of something to choose from. Okay, let's see. Well, see, this question would be a great time for the King of Wands to come out because we'd see it in its positive position. Okay, let's see what's going on here. We have, oh, we're starting with the Six of Cups, so we already have the reason here. The Empress, the High Priestess, the Nine of Cups, the Page of Cups. So with these cards alone just coming out, I'll say this, even if they have options, you're getting the Six of Cups. And this person, when they see you, knows immediately or feels it immediately. There is a connection there that is undeniable. Because that is the one card that indicates, like, that's the one. You'll feel it with them, they'll feel it with you. And it's almost like nobody else exists. This person is also waiting on somebody. And you can see that with, like, that one cup being handed over in the Six of Cups, right? The one cup missing to equal 10 in the Nine of Cups. The one cup that's being offered in the Page of Cups. There's a single cup that has this, like, importance to it, right? That it belongs to that one person that is, like, forever. The one person that matters more than anyone else. And that's where you come in. So it could be like, there could be a ton of people, right? When they see you, there's nobody else. Especially if they're seeing you as the Empress, because that is a heightened status. The Empress is kind, strong, she's independent, she's loving, she's the greatest balance of both sides. And the awareness that this person has, or the, at least, like, the searching, you know, knowing that this person is out there, that's like what they're in search of, and they're waiting for it. They want that sign that, like, it's, you're the one, you know. So you definitely stand out here, and this person sees you as this person, like the one that is meant for them. You match up well. Your personalities match up beautifully. Emotions, connection with your emotional side match up amazingly well. This person's a very understanding person, because they've put in a lot of effort into themselves, right? If you see somebody who's representing themselves as the Nine of Cups, you see somebody who's put, like, all the energy they can into every aspect of their life. The only thing that they would be missing, right, is the other person to live their life with. So they have a good job, they have a good idea of what they want in the future, they have their home, their car, they have everything very stable. They're waiting for this person. Because of that, you can also see somebody who's sort of like, not, they could have been single for a while, or it could have been somebody that just, like, they dated here and there, but they didn't ever find anybody they had a connection with, so it didn't really last long. And it's not in a bad way. It's just, like, they were just searching for that person that they had a connection with, and when it wasn't there, you know, when it wasn't found, they were like, well, you know, this isn't what I'm searching for, and it's so much energy to put into something that wasn't in alignment with them. So We see somebody who's coming through as a hard worker, somebody who's been through a lot, but is in the right mindset. They're waiting for something that is true, that can start up this new stage, and something that could last a long time. And we see that with that Ace of Pentacles, because that is like the seed that, you know, the tree grows from. So it's longevity within that card. Lots of very good energy. You do have um a fixed sign coming out twice with the Taurus in both the Empress and the World. That can represent somebody who is um, very grounded. They can be a slow mover. And since you don't have a lot of communication cards, it might not be somebody who talks a lot. Now, they are good at communication. They just don't talk a lot. So you will notice this person. They will stand out when you meet them. You'll feel that connection. You'll definitely be like, what is this? You know, what is this energy I have with this person? Why do we feel like we're in alignment? They're very caring, very caring, very dedicated person. You have, if you have that Taurus coming through in those cards, you have somebody who's like true ride or die, somebody who is so dedicated, somebody who is like long term. Only bad thing when the Taurus coming out is they can like have that stubborn energy, but I don't even feel it bad here. But I send you all the good vibes. What is Mr. Maloney? Giving him time. We halfway through the year and I have other demands. And it's giving ready to come forward. I will be on the stage of the movie. Okay. We're shuffling. We are in Mercury retrograde. We just, oh, we're going into it right now. We have like, what, 2 days left? 2 days? I want to say it's the 29th. Yeah, okay, we're about to. So, you're in the pre-shadow of it, so prep yourself for the energy that can be coming if you're already feeling it. Nobody likes that pre-shadow. It's a sticky place to be. And I already had my phone freeze up on me twice today, so. Knight of Wands, the Hermit. We have somebody who's very isolated. Eight of Swords, Queen of Swords. I don't like those communication lacking skills. Four of Swords. I'm dropping my phone like it's trying to. Oh, that's not good. My mom went ahead and bought a new phone because hers is just not. It was not doing anything. So hopefully this new one is gonna be better than the last one. But sheesh, like. And I don't want to upgrade my phone. I don't. Like, it's not, I've had it for, like, just a year. And I like it. So, when it comes to this person not approaching you, we see some isolation cards here. We don't see good communication. And I say not good communication because we have the Four of Swords, which is flat out no communication. Eight of Swords is, like, delaying communication or causing issues when it comes to communication. The Queen of Swords is a hit or miss depending on the cards next to it. I was only 2 years old and it was fine. I need to hold on to it in my life. I left my last phone and I had it for a while. I didn't want to get rid of it, but it stopped charging. So I was like, okay, new phone it is. But I use it to record to the live streams on the old one, so it worked out. Um, but I don't know why. It was all of a sudden. It didn't even build up to a not charge. It was all of a sudden. So, um, I don't. You should not waste your time on this person because this is wishy-washy. Vibes I'm getting from this person. We don't like wishy-washy because obviously it delays transit. It can cause many more issues than you're hoping for, than you want at all, and it's not like they're not welcome changes. They're not welcome. Almost like it's so delayed that it's no longer useful by the time it comes around. So if you're dealing with this person, it just feels like they're a bit of a flaky um, person. And it's not you. It's really coming across as them. They don't seem to pay attention to time, dates. I feel like their energy is very much about themselves, getting themselves ahead, making money, um, being, you know, in their best position, and not really about, yeah. And that's the thing is like, I don't want you to waste more time or money on this when it's not going to do you any favors. If anything, it might create more frustration than it needs to, right? Especially in this situation because it does not seem like it's improving, and I don't see any cards that would end up in improvement, unless you were to say, no, you're just done with this and walk away from it, because it really like it's only going to lessen. You know, the communication is only going to get worse, and um, the delays, and it's like how much time do you have um, to waste on this? Because after a while, you gotta say, are you losing the opportunity to put this energy towards something else? Have you lost time, you know, real time that you can't get back? So I just feel like it's just this person's priorities are just not in the right place. They're they're more about themselves. They're more about getting ahead for themselves, you know, and not good for you. Take it, take it. I wouldn't even say take it as a loss. You know, just take it as a sign that better opportunities are out there, and you know it's time to chase after those opportunities rather than, you know, investing in this woman. And I don't see him there with me. Yeah, it definitely is not seeming like it's in alignment with you, or even if this person is considering your own good, right? So definitely don't do that. Take this opportunity to move forward with yourself. Take time for yourself, right? And not be in a position where you feel like, you know, you're investing in. It sucks. Oh, okay then. You know what? Do it for yourself. Love you. Love on yourself. Give yourself that attention. I don't think they're here, Gene. I don't think they're. Oh, they are. Okay, we have Rena with. That was weird. Did not think they were here. Okay, we have Queen of Wands We have the Moon. We have Two of Wands. Not getting many communication-y cards, but there is some slight movement. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. And Page of Wands. So they might be planning, I'm not sure if it's in the, it doesn't seem like super close future since we don't have very, very fast cards. But it seems like they're planning to reach out to, or planning some kind of way of communicating with you, reaching out to you. It does feel like there's a slight questioning going on here because of some of the cards we have. Just a lack of actual movement and more so just planning, so it can be interpreted as a little delay, as some like not super swift movement. Can also show up as just like being in a weird place, weird timing, just overall, you know, not having the best motives, or even just having like delayed motives. But I do feel like there's a good possibility, like a month or so, we see where there's a realignment, a movement, something that's more invested in you and moving forward, rather than just like all over the place. So maybe in like a month or so, we see where it is, and see that there's more put toward you, more energy toward you, more interaction with you, less, what is on my glasses? Less questions, more answers. But that's what I see. Okay. He's hiding. I don't know, he might be asleep. He might be eating. He might be playing video games. Of course, all the good vibes to you. Oh. Well. Yeah. Okay. Six of Cups. Five of Wands. Yeah. King of Wands. The Star. The Four of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands. The Four of Cups. Strength. Oh, who's this? King of Cups. So, definitely still in that, weaker energy. Definitely fighting it off, trying not to let it win. Um, I think he's aware of it. Oddly enough, I think he's acknowledging it, but I feel with the Five of Wands, that's like denial, right? It's still in a stage of just like not ready to admit things. But I do like it feels like this person is, or he's thinking you care about him, right? He's acknowledging that you care about him and that you want him to be healthy. So focus on himself, to return to a place where he has more energy. And I like that it is in that progression. So you caring about him, you telling him, you see that he's not doing well. It might be like sometimes what a person doesn't necessarily want to hear, but it's also a sign of caring and acknowledging that he needs to slow down and give himself a little rest. And he's very hesitant toward that. We see that in the Four of Pentacles. And it's interesting you said 4 months, because we see a long time, right? We see hesitation, sort of a withdrawal, not wanting to really move out of the space that they're in. So that can be stuck in a mindset, stuck in a position of like being unwilling to change. But having that, it's just like, it's not a good place to be. Yeah, it's sucky because you have 2 fours, and the fours are usually a hesitation, right? Waiting for a sign, waiting for permission to move forward or take up something. And for him to be in that place with that Five of Wands, just like beating himself up, trying to get back on track, it sucks. Because I think he cares about you deeply. I feel like he has that energy and he does really like being around you, you know. But at the same time, I feel like he puts on a front of like, oh, don't worry about me, I'm fine. I'm doing good. Good thing is, I do see him returning to a better energy soon. Might be best if, like, you stay with that, subtle, caring, pushing towards something that's more like, like get it done rather than just saying whatever. Yeah. But I feel like he needs to, and to be in that mindset, it's just, um, um, it's a sucky place to be. Yeah. So you keep that approach of the strength card, right? Where she's like, you know what, we're gonna move together. You might argue with me, you might deny it, but we're moving together. And we see that he is coming in the King of Cups as accepting this. So definitely cares about you. Definitely is trying to get back on track. Trying to get to a better energy, a better health. But it's still that wishy-washy. Good vibes to come out with that Six of Cups, though. I like that. Because he's not coming out as irritated with you. Coming out as like, it's coming out as like, okay, maybe you have a point. But hopefully we see more improvement, more, what is it, like, acceptance, less, denial. Yeah. Well, I can only imagine, especially with like the way the cards have been coming out, they haven't been the best. Five of Wands, I don't like when that comes out, because that one's the card is like, oh, I'm good, everything's good. But like on the inside, they're beating themselves up, which obviously not a good situation should be a part of. So, you know, he needs a uh, he needs something. But I send the good vibes. Yeah. I feel like it would be more so of like a bad habit of not, how do I word this? Like not accepting it. Because if we're coming out with the Five of Wands, that can be like knowing the truth but not accepting the truth, and because of that, you know, it can be his own cycle that he's putting himself through by denying it, and then getting worse. Because yeah, you could be right with the karma, but it could also be the more annoying one of when you get worse, to get you to a point to realize that you are sick and need help, you know. And I don't want it to be that one, because that one's like, in order to acknowledge the worst, you have to be at your worst, you know. Okay, so for Sonali, we have the Seven of Cups. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So we do have changes coming. Six of Wands. We have 10 of Wands. So with these cards, it feels like it's going to be over the next couple months. When you're super busy, I feel like this person's going to pop in. Or you're going to be super, super busy, and then finally when you get a break, this person's going to pop in. Oh. Or he's trying to get me to invite him to my house to take care of it. Oh, that's a good one. Part of me hopes that one. I don't know. That's sort of sporty and I like it. So I feel like this person is coming in over the next couple months. We see somebody that normally I would say it's a return because of some of the cards that we got, but it feels like it's actually somebody new because I feel like you don't recognize this person. It feels like somebody who's gone through a big personal change and now um, they're back. They're seemingly like getting their lives on track, improving things, getting themselves to a really nice place. Um, I will say sometimes when the the 10 of Wands comes out, it's like there's a lot going on, and people don't really have time to focus on everything. So it could be when this person comes through, there's quite a bit going on for you, or quite a bit going on for them. So it's like you don't really have the time to realize that this person is like who they are, right? That connection, that um person that's coming through as a romance or a relationship. Now, um, there. The reason I say somebody new is the Wheel of Fortune, um, as well as the Seven of Cups, because you can't see who the person is. They're sort of, you just see a sort of their silhouette, and then the Wheel of Fortune shows up as like um, new opportunities, new fortune, new like blessings upon you. There's a rest that comes through, and then their arrival. They might be a water sign because the King of Cups. They might also be a wand sign or wands a fire sign. So it could be water fire combination. They could also be a fixed sign, but we're in Cancer season and we're moving into Leo next month. So that does overlap with both of those, like fire, water. We're getting those vibes coming through. Um so that could indicate their arrival later next month. Just be patient. Sometimes patience is key to be focused on other things instead of just this person, because I think the longer you focus on it, the more. Oh, you're Leo. Okay, so it could be tying into the energies. This person could be a water sign. They could also be a fire sign, like I said. We could have double Leo coming through during the water season. But I definitely you have what you have two sevens. You have water and fire. So it looks like that's about the timeline this person is coming through. Just distract yourself with other things, because if you become too fixated on this person's arrival, sometimes it gets delayed because you're waiting for them to come through. Hello, it's me again. How you doing? A wand sign better. Honestly, that one depends. If you're, I'll take a pentacle over a wand. But welcome in. How you doing? Sometimes I say it just because I'm too lazy to remember all the signs that belong to the elements. What do my guys want me to know about the situation on my mind? Let's see. Okay, we have the Hanged Man, the Six of Swords, the Ten of Cups. We have Strength. We have the Lovers. We have the Sun, as well as the Hierophant. Ooh. Okay, so good news is you have five. You have five, actually. I didn't take the, what you call it, as major arcana for some reason. The Hanged Man. You have five major arcana coming out. Very strong cards. The Hanged Man coming out first is um a swap of views. If you're worried about something, it's telling you don't worry about it. Um things are moving forward to something better and brighter. It's not going to stay in a negative. It's not going to be negative. You see movement already forward, because the Six of Swords is transferring into the Ten of Cups. A very good energy to transfer into. It was definitely something that, like, Strength as well as the Lovers can come out as, like, don't worry, your decisions aren't wrong, or um evaluation isn't, incorrect. It's nothing to, blame yourself for. Well, honestly, when these cards are about, it's like, don't think that, like, you have to second guess yourself, right? So whatever you're doing right. The progress is coming through properly. It's, well, result in something positive. This has to do with a person, which I'm guessing it does because the 10 of Cups and the Lovers has come out, as well as Strength. Sometimes remaining positive and seeing what can come in the future is the best way of looking at it. You do have the Sun as well as the Hierophant. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. The most, it can normally indicate good things to come in the future. It can say don't worry about the moment. The Hierophant is a clear understanding, so it does look like there's good news. In the near future. How much time do I want to give it? It seems fast. Honestly, it seems soon. It seems like it's progressive energy. So, quicker movement into something positive. Whatever. I haven't had the Hierophant all day. I haven't had it in a while, actually. Whenever you're concerned with something, and I say this because you're the only one that got this card out, whenever you're concerned with something, whenever you want to know what's going on, there's a part of you that I feel like truly knows, but you doubt that part of you. So try to reason with yourself so that you don't doubt that. Because I feel like whatever your higher understanding is gives you a clearer understanding of every situation you're in. And it could be like something simple, like, should you eat something? And you're like, I don't know. Like, your understanding knows what you should do. If it's like befriending somebody, if it's keeping somebody in your life, if it's waiting for something to happen, your true understanding knows what you should do. Just don't question it because you're right on the money when it comes to it. No. But all the good vibes, all the good energies, all the... That is so true. People do make it hard. I feel like things are so, sometimes things can be much easier than people make it out to be. I think people want a problem sometimes. People want it to not be easy. Yeah. And even perceived jealousy. That's the worst one too, Perceived jealousy, perceiving that, or you being jealous of interactions with somebody, or you thinking that somebody's jealous of interactions with you, Oh, chunkies. But it can be issues that don't even, don't even exist, and then somehow they come up, and it's like, here's the problem. Driving? You better not be driving. You wanna go too easy. Probably can't okay. How dare driving? Picking up food? How dare. Met up with an old friend? You didn't tell me about meeting up with an old friend. How toxic and deceptive. Oh. Okay, we have the Page of Swords. Oh, did you bring each other here and gossip about? Oh, that sounds like fun. That's a nice bonding experience right there. Four of Swords. Seven of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. Page of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Hanged Man. Oh, money. Lots of money cards. They're all good money cards. You are getting the slowness of the Knight of Cups, but that can be a good pace card. For the Page of Swords to come out, that's planning, educating yourself, seeing what you can do, maybe like making things a little more clear for yourself. This could be researching things that you're interested in, just, you know, making plans for like first week-ish. Then I feel like the month itself seems like a very nice paced month. Good income, good money coming through. It feels like to me some amount that you can like put away or save as long as you're doing things properly. Take each day as it comes to you, because we are entering a retrograde. But with a lot of pentacles coming out, it can be like, yeah, think about what's in your future, but also be very aware of each day that comes to you. So it's like, you know, don't make too many plans for like the week ahead, right? If you're making plans, you go maybe a couple days, but don't be too like, you know, every single day has something that you're going to do. A Hanged Man can be indicating make backup plans, be aware of other things that can go on, but also be more open-minded to things. You know, let things come to you as, you know, just like be like water, right? Waves come and go. Just allow it to come toward you. Don't cement things down. Especially this Mercury retrograde is in Cancer. It's in a water sign. So emotions can be high, intelligence can be low. You had one of his babies. You know, we always joke about that. Well, like, I'm gonna need you to have one of his babies. When the retrograde kicks in, normally it's like, what is it? It's like technology. It can be return of a person from the past, a negative person from the past normally. It could be a relationship, like a romantic relationship. It could be somebody that you're like, you fought with in the past, and for some reason they want to reignite an argument. Just, you know, play it cool. Just allow things to come through to you. I see it as a calm, nice month for you. A great way to move ahead. Everything looks really good. It's just overall great month. Just, you know, don't go gung ho on everything. Relax. Oh, did my nails just break? I guess major thing would be like backup plans. Just think about backup plans in case somebody like flakes, or in case like you need to change plans, in case like you get offered something, you know. I'd take it. I'd take 20 million. The hell? I know that's pretty cheap, but like, I'd take 20 million and be fine. I wouldn't want one of his cars, you know, just cause. But, like, I'm not gonna be dumb like her. But all the good vibes, all the well wishes. Don't need any beef. No, it seems fine. You have, the Knight of Cups. I know. What was that even? Like, Delulu. Is that not Trululu Delulu? Like, you give me, like, I'm gonna say thank you and leave. I have a kid and you give me that much money? Like, yeah, I'm not gonna name the kid. I'm not gonna give the kid your name. And I'm not gonna let the kid know you. And I'm probably gonna, like, raise the kid myself. Or, you know, find a man that would be like, oh, yeah, I'll totally, you know, adopt that child publicly. But, like, money, that's good money. Unless I'm leaving. Pick me up in a limousine. Trust me. It's pretty true. You better not be typing while you're driving. Yeah. But you want Elon Musk to take part in your children's lives? I don't know about that. Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like, you know, if somebody can fall victim to that, then, you know. I don't want to deal with that. See? That's why I'm like, I'd much rather have not that. I'd rather find somebody and not have that interaction. Like, maybe we could see each other in like a dark, poor, like barely lit basement, you know? Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Honestly, though, I think I'd rather have a a kid from Elon Musk than what's his name, um, Nick Cannon. Yeah. Yeah. But that's just terrible. Like, just having a ton of children for the sake of it, you know? I sort of feel bad for, what's his name's kids? Donald Trump's kids, because, I mean, yeah, they sort of agree with him and everything. But they all did that themselves. You know, they all went to school. They didn't fake an education. Because he sees her as being better than the 304 he's improving. Well, that's what bothers me. And I've seen those interviews, and they're like, "No, we know what we're signed up for." It's like he just sees you as a freaking vessel, you know. He sees you as something else to just spawn descendants with, nothing else. He doesn't care. They were incredibly stupid. Hey, I've seen some. Oh my god, that gives me flashbacks to school, I swear. God. There was this one kid in one of the classes I had. I swear to you, would ask the dumbest questions. Yeah. Oh my god. Giving me flashbacks to freaking. Or those people, those kids that would ask questions like, had you just listened, you would have had the answer. Although I'll take dumb questions throughout the class over those people that ask questions when the teacher's like, okay, it's time to get ready to go. Those ones, like, straight up, I'd like want to smack. Have the violence coming out. God. Salad and like little chicken nugget thingies. But they're not chicken nuggets. They're homemade. And it's like chicken breast cubes in flour. I don't know. I wanted something lighter. I can still make something. Yeah. It's like micro tenders. Healthier options. I wanted something light. I really wasn't feeling anything that was too heavy, so I just had like a huge salad with a ton of cucumber. Like threw that in there in a big container, you know. Ooh, chicken fries. I just threw all of it in a huge container and put it in the fridge. So there's a ton of salad. It was nice. I forgot I had chicken breast in there. And I was like, you know, that's one of the... You know, I'm able to cook it up fast, you know, since you can't overcook it because it gets all nasty. I was able to cook it up fast and just make like a big plate of it for the refills. I put Italian. I don't have I thought I had my favorite in there. I like the house style dressing, but I didn't have that in there. I only had plain old Italian. But that was one of my favorite dressings. What else is the house Italian? Oh, I also like the Tuscan house. But I was gonna go with guacamole, well, avocado and lemon. But I couldn't decide. I could always go with both, you know. Yeah. I really like like very light flavored things. I'm more of a like I don't know. I really don't care for when things are heavy, so I try to keep it light. But I don't know. I could taste uh, I really love cucumber with like lemon on it. You know, just a little lemon. Or just putting like lemon on a salad with a little salt and pepper. That's also really good. I love that. I love the way that tastes. Um, I think when things are too strong, you can't taste the cucumber. It's sort of sucky. Because I love the cucumber. And all the things that go in a salad, they're pretty light, so it's very easy to not taste it. Yeah. No, I used to love just splashing a little red wine vinegar on things. But for some reason I got obsessed with just lemon on salad. Oh, my mom loves beets in her salad. I wanted to get avocado and put avocado in the salad, like sliced avocado, but the avocados have been so just janky lately. I don't even want to buy it. I don't want to waste that money. Yeah. The other day, I just like got a head of lettuce and broke off a bunch of chunks of it and put a little Parmesan and a little Italian dressing on it and just ate it. That was it. It's just like I just laid it out, like spread it out, and then just sprinkled over everything and just like. I know that's one of my favorite things. Like, just a big chunky salad with a bunch of things like thrown in it. One of my favorite things. And that's why I've been upset that the avocados haven't been good. I don't know. They were delicious. The avocados were perfect. Then all of a sudden, they just like went downhill to where they went from like full on unripe, like you could use them as a hammer to like the next day completely rotten. Mm. Oh my god, have you seen those? What you call it? Um, on like TikTok and YouTube and stuff, they've had salads where you take a whole, like two whole cloves of garlic or a whole bulbs of garlic, and they just roast them and squeeze them out, or they fry them up so they get soft, and then crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, and then they just throw that into a salad. Yes. The one that I saw used like three like whole bulbs of garlic, took all the cloves out of it, and fried it up, and it looked so good. They used the oil in the salad too. They put quite a bit of oil in the salad. I wouldn't do that, but like it looked so tasty. It looked so good. I really need to get some garlic. They have elephant bulb garlic at um Walmart, and I really want to get it. But I'm scared it'll be bad. Ooh, that sounds tasty though. Oh, I've also been like really loving fresh mozzarella with some salt and pepper on it. Yeah. I don't know, like, it's just been this big kick of just wanting fresh. I love garlic. I think I probably use too much in food, especially when I have it fresh. Like I have to refrain from using it when I have fresh garlic because like you know how they'll sell the big packages of like 6, and my mind's like, oh, you gotta use it all before it goes bad. So I'll put like half of a bulb in everything I make. I, I was like, oh dang, she loves garlic. I'm like, it's cool, it's cool. Dracula, you can come over. Just don't bite. Ooh, that sounds yummy. They haven't had the unflavored ones in stock. They've only had um the ones that are soaked in oil and spices, the mozzarella balls. So it's been sort of frustrating because I love the ones that aren't, you know. I mean, the ones that are good. Don't get me wrong. I do like them. But since they already have their flavors on them, you can't really season them with other things. But now I want some mini um cucumbers and mozzarella. Now I'm gonna look it up. The last time I bought mini cucumbers, they went bad fast, and I was so devastated by it. Avocados. Oh my god. When I was younger, I hated avocados. I don't know if it was the taste or the texture, but I hated them. Then I got older and I was like, oh, you know what? I can handle this. Oh, they got them. They got the unseasoned ones now in stock. What do you know? Ooh, the log. Ooh, they have a 16-ounce package. I need to save that for right now. Good night. Good night. Dream of food. To the house. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. 49 cents, 60 cents. That's true. That's true. It's better than, them asking for processed things and macaroni cheese in a box. I finally got cherries and I was like living it up. Just downing all the cherries. I haven't seen any sign of the big white California peaches coming into stock yet. I hope they do. Because last year they had a hard time getting those. Oh, wow. When I was younger, I sort of liked cheeseburgers and burgers, but now I don't know. I'm just not, never, they never just, like, sound good to me. Oh, yeah. Also, the oranges went out of season, I'm guessing. Because they started getting nasty, too. And that was very disappointing. Because oranges are, like, my favorite. They're tied with white peaches. Yeah. They have, though, and it's like, I don't know what's going on. I bought, like, 3 different types, and they all have a weirdness to them. There's, like, something chemical about them. Yeah. And I hate, like, throwing away fruit and stuff, or any type of vegetable, any type of food. But, you know when your brain's screaming, this is poison? You know? My favorite are tangelos. And none of the tangelos tasted right this year. Like, they all were like, something is definitely wrong with them. And for all of them having like all these, what are they called? Um, Preservatives and stuff, and everybody complaining about them. I'm like, why is it that they're not lasting like more than a week? Like, that's been something that's very odd to me. Yeah, I know. I replanted my tree. Finally, after all these years, I replanted it in another pot, but it's a huge pot. It's gonna be hell to move. But I finally got that one repotted. I was gonna throw some seeds on top and see what grew. That's been weird. I've been having seedless grapes with seeds in them a lot lately. Like, they're almost fighting back. Isn't it? It's odd. It's like, I don't know. It's like nature's decided it's not gonna stand by anymore and has, you know, revolted against everything. I don't know. I just know that it's been very odd lately for a lot of things, and I'm not really trusting of anything. And I'm not even like a normal conspiracy theorist person. I'm like your average conspiracy theorist. Not like the world's falling apart or anything, but now it's getting me to a point where I'm like, something's up. Yeah. I know that, and it's like, it's. Oh, the other day, you know how like they're like seedless lemons and seedless oranges and stuff? I got lemons with like 20 seeds, and they weren't big lemons. They were small lemons, and they just had so many seeds in it, like in each individual one. So many seeds. It was just unbelievable. I don't know what's going on. I'm just like, just, give me healthy stuff so I can live. But like, oh, I love sweet lemons. They're a rarity, and I just love citrus though. Limes, lemons, oranges, grapefruit. Like, you can literally give me any citrus, and I'm gonna be happy with it. I almost bought one of those Meyer lemon trees just so I could munch on them. I love little mandarin oranges. I love tangelos. I love anything to get my hands on. I don't know what it is. If it's the happiness of like the scent, Um, if it's the the flavors itself, if it's just like that juiciness. She doesn't share. God, I love those. I love just having fruit like that around. And it's so, like, I don't know, like, I could never get tired of it. I could eat like 20 oranges and be perfectly fine. I've seen a lot of people that hate mangoes lately, though. And I know, like, some mangoes can get that weird taste to them, but I'm like, damn. Oh my god, I could eat entire bags of mangoes, like, my whole life. Yeah, it was hard. It's hard being around people that don't like to share, especially when it's tasty food. I know my mom didn't like mangoes, and then all of a sudden she started liking mangoes, and I was like, um, No. She's still cute. Like, don't touch my... I used to go to the store and they used to have, um, the boxes. You can buy the box of mangoes. And that used to be, like, my guilty pleasure. But then I realized I'd go through it in, like, a split second. Yeah. I just love... Ugh. Oh my god, the Walmart, they don't have it anymore, which is irritating. They used to have a mixture bag of frozen fruits with mango. It was like the best quality mango. I was completely shocked by it because I was like, it's gonna be, lousy quality. Normally, frozen things are pretty sucky quality, but um, it was such good mango, and I just like freeze it or not freeze it. I'd process it in a food processor, and freeze it, and then just like munch on it. Some I do, some I don't. It depends. Because some of them really have a good taste. Some of them, like, they just get weird. Like, apples can get that weird, what is it? Like, styrofoamy? When you put it on your tongue and it starts absorbing all the liquid and it turns into a sponge. Ooh. I was looking for, um, a Bluetooth speaker for Prime Day, thinking, oh, I'll find a good, um, deal. No. Ooh. I wanted to get some, like, neon green headphones. But my headphones work fine, so I didn't have a reason to. Mm. Mm. I want to see. And I'm looking it up. Bluetooth. Because I got myself a Samsung tablet. And now I want some Bluetooth, headphones to go with it so that I can, or Bluetooth speakers to go with it so I can watch movie night on my tablet. That's only once 2 years ago. Oh, wow. I've had these for, I want to say, a year? But I got them on, yeah, I can, but it doesn't want to transfer over to the sound wants to stay on the device, not the, it won't transfer over sound for some reason. I've had these JBL ones for, I want to say, a year now. I don't know how much I spent on these. It might be 2 years actually that I've had these. But they were like $60 something, but I got them on sale. And I was like super excited. It won't let me, that's the issue. It's like it won't let me connect. It says device speaker or something. I forgot what the other one says. It says device speaker or device sound. So hopefully it won't do that anymore. Because I was using the Google Home and it didn't do it, and then I used the app on the TV and it still didn't connect, so I think it was just being a jerk. Yeah. They had quite a few. I like these a lot because they fit in my ear properly, but like I don't really want to spend a lot of money on things when I'm the type of person to throw things across the room on accident. Yeah, I've had them. If these are the ones I've had for 2 years, then I've had them for 2 years and they hold a charge perfectly. There's like nothing wrong with them. They were perfect. I almost lost one of them once. Um, but they're great. They connect easily. They have amazing sound. And I like them because I could just throw them in my bag and be on my day with it. I don't know where I put my other headphones for some reason. I thought I'd find them, but I keep losing them. They might have fallen out somewhere though, now that I think about it. They had a cute little JLab speaker I wanted. And it said it had gone on sale, but it was literally the same price it always was. I was so mad. Yeah. They have a pair that always goes on sale from, I want to say JLab. But is it JLab? But I don't know if they have them on Amazon or not. Oh yeah, they do. They have these. They don't have the other style. Where are they? Oh, here it is. Oh, they're gone probably because of Prime Day. Um, let's say plug in. Yeah. They have these that are very comfortable headphones that stay outside of your ear. So you don't have to deal with the like inside thing. Where are those? They have, oh, those ones are 89 from them. Well, they were on sale for what you call it, so. JVC. Oh, they have those from JVC. That's nice. JVC has pretty good. They had these on sale from the on Prime Day. I forgot about them, but they're back up to like whatever. These are JBL Bone Conduction. Um, they were on sale for like $40, but they're back up to 89. I like these new clip-on style though. They stay in place pretty well, and they aren't uncomfortable. They really aren't. They're just like they're they're not heavy. You don't like after a while you don't even feel them. See, like these, they snap around like there's um, I guess a magnet built in so that they hold together, like they clap together. But one side goes on the back of your ear and the other one goes inside, and it it's not like directly inside of your ear, but you can hear it. Yeah, it's like a what are those piercings? I can never think of those piercing name, but they're really nice. I was hoping for more sales for things, but they really did not um, have the sales that I was hoping for. Other than the tablet. The tablet was good. That was a good price. But oh my god, that's horrible. That sucks. I hate when people do that. That's cute. I hate when people do that. You know, I had to return like 5 things today. I had to return, or not return, get a refund because none of them would process as a return. Um, I had to get a refund on 2 drinks from Amazon because the mailman dropped the box, busted them all open. Um, I had to get a refund on some lip gloss I bought because the back was ripped open and they taped it closed, but inside of it, it was just an empty box. I bought 2 lip glosses. They're from this brown colored gram. I got the free gift. This was the free gift. It came separate. But the other package came with just the box, nothing else in it. And one of them was completely missing. Um, what else? There's one other thing that I had to refund. Um, There's something on Walmart I had a refund. Using all the term. Yes, oh my god, it's been awful. They were popping up all over my feed online. I'm like, how is this, how is this an issue now? And they sent it through USPS. So it was my freaking lousy as hell postman that destroyed it. I'm happy I have cameras everywhere because, you don't trust them. They take a picture and then they leave it. So it looks like that they actually delivered it, but they stole it. Yeah. And it's awful. And I felt, at first I felt bad for like USPS losing business and stuff. Now I'm just like, I'm waiting. I'm actively waiting for them to go out of business, to be shut down, because I'm like, I'm pretty much done with these deliveries. I'd rather, in many of these cases, I'd rather just go and pick it up myself. If you're going to destroy my item, I'd rather go and pick it up. Yeah. A lot of the time I don't even want to buy things because I'm scared of how they'll deliver it. Like my mama has a cup coming, and I'm terrified of how that cup will come because of how they've been delivering everything. I know. And I hate that too when you know that it's gone and they're like, no, 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 it's coming. Oh my god. Shoes. It's awful nowadays. Like, really, it's just like. And then, sometimes I sit there and I'm thinking, like, would you want somebody to deliver your package this way? Would you want people to treat your package this way? But they don't care. Oh, wow. I just don't even, like... No, not at all. I'm just at this point, it's like... It's dumb, isn't it? It's just dumb. Same with, like, ordering food. I'm scared of ordering food because I'm afraid that the person's gonna eat it. Yeah. Out the window. Because people are too obsessed with themselves. Self-preservation. I don't know. He's probably out. Yeah, I'm thinking he's still out. Yeah. Same here, but... I wish, you know, that was something that was still on people's minds, but... Can't win them all. Oh, he said he's home. He's safe. He's no longer in public with demons. I shall. I shall. FaceTime. He got enough FaceTiming out of me over the last couple days. He doesn't need any more. It's true. I'm gonna go eat. Oh my god, he's here. Well, I'm gonna go eat. It's true. Okay, I will see y'all. It's Wallpaper. Oh, that's fun. They keep showing me ceviche too all over the internet, and I really want some, but I have to make it. My mom was like, "Oh, your sister knows a really good recipe for it. She makes," and I'm like, "I've made it before. I know a delicious recipe for it." But Mr. Chunkster has not had ceviche. I'm not sure if I'll like it actually. Ooh. It's a lot of rock. That's not good. I know that sounds yummy. That's so bad. I just want ceviche. I like to put a little tilapia in it and avocado. That sounds good. Okay, I'm gonna get I'm gonna get going, and now I'm gonna eat because now I'm like food on my mind. I'll see you all later. Actually, it has a nice texture with the lemon. Like it's it doesn't get chewy or anything. It almost gets that flakiness, but it absorbs the flavors like really, really well. So it's a great addition to ceviche. Finger hearts. See you all. Take cares. Bye. Oh, not tapping. Bye. Come on. Bye.